Okay, so this is question 2c. How different environmental philosophies affect something. Let's just start with that. You see different environmental philosophies. Immediately, you need to think of ecocentric, technocentric, and anthropocentric. That's what needs to pop up as soon as you see the words values or philosophies. Okay, so as soon as I'm thinking about that, I'm going to read the rest of the question now. The choice of pollution management strategies. Okay, now whenever I see pollution management strategies, I think of the pollution management model. Okay, so as soon as we're talking about pollution management, you need to think of the model, which is to change behavior at the sort of individual level. And then the next one is to legislate. Okay, so more at the societal level. And then the next one is to clean up. So this one is to prevent. And this one is also somewhat preventative, but it might be allow a certain amount. So for example, with fossil fuels, burning fossil fuels, the Kyoto Protocol doesn't say you're not allowed to burn fossil fuels, but it moderates it. And clean up then, that's where we're saying, well, the pollutant is already out there in the environment and we need to clean it up, okay? It's all of this other stuff hasn't worked, so now we're going to clean it up. So how do each of these philosophies then connect to pollution management strategies? And we've got to look at global warming. When you break down the question and you think about 8 marks, that's quite easy to see that it's going to be easy to get 8 marks for this. Okay, so as an ecocentrist then, an ecocentrist for global warming might think about how can we prevent it, so in their prevention, what does an ecocentric value? They value nature. They might think about reforestation as a possible solution for global warming. So I'm going to mention reforestation. I might give some examples, so getting people to go on tree planting trips. I might also talk about legislation. And then a technocentrist. The technocentrist is going to think of technologies. Now, what technologies could we do to prevent? There are various technologies that are out there for preventing global warming. Like I've read recently about like feedback systems, say in cars, that show you how much fuel you're burning, so how green are you, types of apps and things that give you immediate feedback, so you can think, oh, next time I'm going to be more efficient, I'm going to take that shortcut, or I'm going to use a different kind of fuel. So that's one way that you could get people to perhaps change their behavior using technology. You can also do cleanup using carbon sinks, so artificial carbon sinks. And there might be something that you could do with legislation, but I think you've got 2 good things there with technology. Now, anthropocentric is going to be more focused on possibly changing personal behavior, so perhaps like awareness raising campaigns, legislation for sure, so changing policy. And not so much on the cleanup. They'll be concerned with cleanup, but it wouldn't really come from their anthropocentric approach. So there you've got 2 things, 2 ideas for anthro, 2 ideas for techno, 1 idea for eco. So right there you've got 5. You've also explained the pollution management model. You've shown that you know these 3 different philosophies. And you've applied it to known solutions for global warming. That's going to be plenty for 8 marks.